should be on page 169. We are working with measurements again today, but instead of length, like we did with inches and feet and miles and yards, now we're going to be working with liquid measurements. So we're going to be working with ounces and cups and pints and quarts and gallons. This first one just has you working with cups. It says Claire drinks 1 1/4 cups of water. What would that be as a decimal?
0.25.
Thank you, 0.25. Each hour of a hike. And Diego drinks 3/4. What would that be as a decimal?
0.75.
All right, cups of water every 30 minutes. At the end of 2 hours, who drank more water, Claire or Diego? Well, let's see. Let's see, how much does she drink? If I wrote this as an improper fraction, what would it be? 5/4, because we do 4 times 1 plus the 1 is 5. So every hour, Claire drinks 5/4 cups. Diego drinks 3/4 cups every 30 minutes. So how many cups does he drink in an hour? If he drinks 3/4 every 30 minutes, he drinks 6/4. Okay, so Diego drinks 6/4. Now we've got it both in hours, and they hike how many hours? 2 hours. So if I multiply this times 2, we have 5/4 times what?
2 over 1.
Okay. And then we are multiplying originally, so we just multiply straight across. 5 times 2.
10 fourths.
And 4 times 1. All right. And if we put this back, because if you tell somebody they drank 10/4, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
I told you have to simplify.
So we have to look at it like 10 divided by 4. Will 4 go into 1?
No.
No. So we placeholder 0. Will it go into 10?
Yes.
Yes. How many times?
2. 8.
So 2 times 4 is 8. And then we subtract.
2.
Okay. So we have 2 whole ones and 2/4 left over. Can I simplify 2/4?
Yes.
Okay. How?
Divided by 2.
Okay. They're both divisible by 2. So if I divide both of these by 2, I have 2 whole ones and
1/2.
okay. So that's how much Claire drank in 2 hours. Diego, it's still a 2-hour hike. So now we have 6/4 times 2 over 1.
12 fourths.
Okay, and we should just be able to do that one in our head. 12 divided by 4.
3.
Okay, so Diego drank 3 cups in 2 hours. So now we know who drank more water? Diego did. And when you start out, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Nope.
Because his is 3/4, but it's every 30 minutes. So make sure you read those Aspire questions very carefully. Because guess what answer they would have up there?
I thought it was 1 1/4 at first because it's a whole number and that's 3/4.
They're going to have up there, like, if you just did 5/4 compared to 3/4, because you didn't pick up on the every 30 minutes thing. So, yes, ma'am.
You didn't let me write everything down.
You can go back and watch the video.
Well, that's
All right. Next page. Will Claire and Diego run out of water? Diego and Claire are on a hike. The hike is 6 miles long, and it takes them 40 minutes to hike each mile. Claire drinks 1 1/4 cups of water each hour, just like we said a minute ago, and Diego drinks 3/4 cups of water each 30 minutes, just like we said a minute ago. Claire and Diego plan to bring 3 quarts of water for the hike. Is this enough? Okay, so we already know that for Claire, it's 5/4 per hour, right? And we know for Diego, it's how much per hour?
3/4. No, wait. 4. Wait, 6. 1. Wait, no.
Okay.
Yeah. 4.
And Diego was 6/4. Now, we got to do some more calculations up here. It says the hike is 6 miles long and it takes them 40 minutes to hike each mile. So what do we need to do right now?
40 times 6.
Okay, we need to do 40 times 6 so we know how many. Need to stack them. I'm trying to save room.
40 times 6.
Okay, because if it's 6 miles and it takes them 40 minutes to hike each one, we would have
24.
Okay. So it takes them 240 minutes to hike. Now we got to get that into what? Hours, because we got to know if they're going to have enough for this hike. And because these were based on how much they drink per hour. How would I get my minutes into hours?
60 divided by 240. No, 240 times divided by 60.
Okay, so we have 240 minutes in the hike altogether, and we know that there's 60 minutes in an hour. Will 60 go into 2?
No.
No, so placeholder 0 over the 2. Will 60 go into 24?
No.
No, so placeholder 0 over the 4. Will it go into 240?
Yes.
Yes, and if you don't have a clue how many times, cover up all but the outside number. 6, will it go into 2?
No.
But will it go into 24?
Yes.
Yes. How many times?
4 times.
4. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 6 is 24.
Subtract 0.
So how many hours does this hike?
4.
4 hours. Now,
That's a lot of hours.
so now, altogether, how much would Claire and Diego drink?
11.
Okay, but altogether they would drink 11/4, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're drinking this per hour, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what do I need to do with this 11/4?
Times
Okay,
4 or 1.
and then we change it to a fraction also.
4.
So we have 44.
What that
Now that doesn't make a lot of sense, so what do we need to do? Simplify, or change it into a,
Nope. That's easy.
no, partly, mixed fraction, mixed number.
We can
All right, and we can do that one in our head. 44 divided by 4.
11.
Okay. All right. So they are going to need 11 cups. But they asked us, they're bringing 3 quarts. Are they going to have enough? So let me give you this sheet.
I knew you were going to do a sheet too.
The big G sheet. Let me get my mask on because I'm going to be close to you.
There's a lot of makeup on your mask.
I know, there it always is. That's why I'm so ugly at the end of the day. All right, on the big G. The big G on the outside stands for gallons. And then there's 4 Q's inside that stands for quarts. And then inside each Q, there's 2 P's that stand for pints. And inside each P, there are 2 C's that stand for cups. And then you're just expected to know that there's 8 ounces in a cup. It tells you up here. Where's the piece? But I figured y'all learned, that was probably a 4th grade. Y'all probably learned that.
Actually, I didn't know. That's new.
Okay? So, when you are working, anytime, you know how we use King Henry, made metric conversion real easy? Big G will make this so much easier for you. All you have to remember is 1, 4, and 2. Because you have 1 big gallon, and then you have 4 quarts, and then everything else is in sets of 2, isn't it? So, 1, 4, and 2. And that'll get you there. If you need to draw this, when you're taking your ACT Aspire, if you need to draw the big G, that's fine. Go over to the side and draw the big G. You're gonna have 4 quarts in it,
It's like
and then you're gonna have 2 pints in each one of those, and then you're gonna have 2 cups in each one of those. Yeah, it kind of looks like the pea's eyes, doesn't it?
water measuring section.
Okay, so now that you have the big G sheet, if they're going to have 3 quarts, how many cups is that? Look at the big G sheet. If they have 3 quarts, how many?
12.
They have 12 cups, because if we look inside the quarts, there's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So we have 12. So are they going to have enough?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yes. 3 quarts is equal to 12 cups. Do you see why?
No.
Look at your sheet.
The C's equal cups in
The C's are cups. So if you have 1, 2, 3 quarts, you would have 4 cups in this one, 4 cups in this one, and 4 cups in this one. So you'd have 12 cups.
So we got enough.
All right, so they have enough. All right, now. That's all that's going to be in your workbook today. I'll just pull up something else. Oh, you are definitely not done for the day. That's just all that's in your workbook.
Oh my
today.
God. We listen to my nursery rhymes.
Is that?
All right.
Thanks so long.
On this one, if we're converting, because we did this with the metric system, didn't we? I'd give you something in kilometers and ask you how much it was in meters, or give you something in centimeters and ask you how much it was in decameters. And we're just going to do the same thing here. Yes, ma'am?
We did it on
Y'all did this? Good. All right, so y'all got a head start. Okay, so if I have 72 cups, is mine, think about this before you answer, please.
Okay.
If I have 72 cups, and I'm trying to find out how many pints is that, is this number in here going to be more than or less than 72? It's going to be less, because pints are bigger, aren't they? So use your conversion sheet, and let's think about that for a minute. So if I need a smaller number, am I going to multiply or divide? I'm going to divide, but I got to know what to divide by. Look at your sheet and tell me what you think I'm going to divide by. Victor? 2. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to call him names, but I did. 2. All right, he says 2, and why? Because if you look at your sheet, how many cups are in each pint? There's 2. So you would divide 72 divided by 2. 2 goes into 7.
3 times.
Okay, 3 times 2.
6. 1. Bring down the 2.
6.
6.
And then I'm going to end up with
0.
0. So it is equal to 36 pints. All right?
So easy.
On this one, Big G makes it very easy. All right? This time, I'm working with pints, 22 pints. I need to know how many cups that would be. So is my number that goes here, think about it, is my number that goes here going to be bigger than or less than 22? It's going to be bigger because it takes more cups to equal these same pints. And if I need a bigger number, am I multiplying or dividing? Multiplying, if I need a bigger number. All right, so look at your Big G sheet. We're doing pints and cups. So what am I going to multiply by?
4.
2, because there's 2 cups in each pint. How many pints do I have? 22. So 22 times 2 would be
44.
44.
That's easy math.
No, we don't say that.
So what is so easy? So what I'm gonna do today, this is like a half of
Pints are twice as big as a cup, or a cup is half the size of a pint. Yeah.
Can you show us how to do number 5 since it's a big number?
We're going to get there. All right. 53 pints, and I need it in cups.
Wait.
Is my number going to be higher or lower?
Low.
No, bigger.
It's going to be bigger because it's going to take a bigger number of cups to equal the pints. So we know we're multiplying. Look at big G. What are we multiplying by? 2, because we're doing pints and cups, and there's 2. So 53 times 2.
6 and 10. 100.
Okay, so it would take 106 cups.
Okay, now I think I get it now.
It's half of that.
All right. Now, let's move to a little bit harder, because I think y'all got that for a moment.
Alright, we're going for
Is the rest of I was fixing to ask if the rest of the sheet was big numbers.
So now we're working with the Q's, the quarts. So if I have 128 pints, and I'm trying to see how many quarts that would be,
A 2.
is this going to be a higher or a lower number than 128?
Lower.
Stop and think about it a minute.
Bigger.
Bigger units, so lower number. Okay, it's going to take less of a number of quarts to equal all these pints. Well, look at your sheet. Between the pints and quarts, what am I going to, I know I'm going to be dividing. What am I going to be dividing by?
2.
By 2. Why 2? Because there's 2 pints in a quart. Will 2 go into 1? No. So we placeholder 0. Will 2 go into 12?
Yes.
How many
6
times?
12. Subtract 0. Bring down the 8. 4. 8. Subtract 0.
Okay. So 128 pints is equal to 64 quarts.
I think I need to do it again. So
All right. What if I'm going from quart? Let's skip to this one. What if I'm going from quarts to pints?
higher.
It's going to be a bigger number, isn't it? So I know I'm multiplying. Well, I look at my big G. What's the relationship between quarts and pints? 2. So I would multiply times 2.
2. 14.
Okay, so 171 quarts is equal to 142 pints.
Alright, fingers got that.
I think I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Now, I have 44 quarts, and I want to know how many gallons that is. Higher or lower number? Lower, because it's going to take, it takes a whole bunch of quarts to equal a less number of gallons. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying or dividing. I'm going to be dividing because I know the lower number. Look at your sheet and think about it. What will you be dividing by?
4.
4, because the relationship between quarts and gallons is a relationship of 4. So we would have 44 divided by 4, and we should be able to do that one in our head.
11.
11.
Oh, wow. Right there. Can we do the 292?
No, because we want to go. We want to go from gallons to quarts. All right, we're going to do this one. If I have 17 gallons and I want to know how many quarts that is this going to be a higher or lower number than 17? Higher, because it takes more of these to equal this. So I know I'm multiplying. What am I multiplying by?
4.
4, because the relationship between quarts and gallons is 4. So 17 times 4.
4 times 7, 28. Carry the 2. 4. 6.
Okay, so 17 gallons equals 68 quarts. Could I even tell you how many cups that is?
No.
I could take it all the way, couldn't I? First of all, let's do it.
Are we going to do our own math sheet on this?
We'll do it to pints first. We'll get it to pints. All right, if it's 68 quarts, is this going to be a higher or lower number if it's pints?
Higher.
Higher. higher, so I'm going to multiply. What am I going to multiply by?
2.
2, because the relationship between quarts and pints is a relationship of 2.
68
So we would have 68
times 2. 16. 12. 13.
Okay.
36.
So now, could I get it to cups?
Yes.
Yes, because if I have 136 pints, and I want to know how many cups.
So you have to multiply by 2.
So I know this is going to be a higher number because it's going to take a bunch more cups to equal these pints. And the relationship between pints and cups is a relationship of 2. I need a higher number, so I know I'm multiplying by 2.
12. Carry the 1. 6, 7, 2.
So now, if they gave you on your Aspire test, if they gave it to you in gallons and asked you how many cups, can you get there?
Yes.
Yes, if you will follow your big G and just keep transferring down, then you will get there.
Do we have our own sheet in Google Classroom?
Yes, ma'am.
trial and error.
So now, get in Google Classroom. There is a sheet attached for you to do. You are going to need paper and pencil. When you get it completed, put it in the basket.